Hey yo, it's your boy Erko Bandz. You're watching Bird's Eye View, and the choice is yours.
Hey, what's going on? Another episode of Bird's Eye View. Welcome. The party been going on for a little while. I'm sorry y'all been missing out, but listen, we got the cameras rolling now, and we're not gonna waste any more time. Hey, tell them who you are, man.
Oh man, it's Erko Bandz, man. Representing North Jersey. You can find me all social media at Erk the seventh one, ERKDA number 7TH number 1. Don't tell me I froze now.
Now you good. Welcome, Erk. Welcome, Erk. This is another episode of Bird's Eye View. All right, so let's get straight to it, man. What does jail mean to you? Like, what does just the thought of it? What does it mean to you? How do you feel about that?
For me, it means entrapment, like you in a trap. Like, you know what I mean?
So
you can't get out. You there. You just got to deal with it. If you wanted to take a walk, you can't take a walk. If you want to eat, you can't really eat till they say you can eat. Can't shower till so you in a trap. You trap.
So you would say more physical, less mental, or
oh nah, it's mental. It's mental.
Okay. So
it's mental for sure. There's a quote, yo, you could trap a man's body, but like you can't trap his mind. So it's like all mental at the end of the day. Cause it be people in prison who like, I feel like they probably if you got life in prison, after a while, it gotta feel like you're not inside no more. Like, you know what I mean? Like eventually, or you go crazy, I would assume eventually you have to free your mind. That's why statistically they say people on death row the nicest people you ever meet. You feel me? Because like at this point they just like mentally they free now. Like, what's next?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's definitely a mental thing to start, but like physical jail, like state pens and stuff like that, that is a physical trap. But you can also be mentally incarcerated as well. You don't have to be physically incarcerated.
What do you think about, given saying everything you said? What do you think about incarceration / the prison system from your experience, or what you feel is out there in society? What do you feel about that? If I can rephrase it a little bit better. The prison industry, from what you know of it, what are your thoughts on it in America specifically?
That's why I was gonna start. For America specifically, I feel like their prison system, it's shot out. On paper, like a lot of things in America, on paper, it sounds great. Like, you feel what I'm saying? On paper, it's like, yo, they come in, they like do things, it helps them out, it rehabilitates them, they get out, they become a functioning member of society. That's it on paper. But the reality is, they go in, if they didn't do the crime, chances are they coming out more violent. If they did do the crime, really, you getting a hit or miss if they did do the crime. Because like, if they did do the crime and they get out and they feel like they not getting a fair chance, they doing the crime again. But sometimes you get a few who did do the crime and be like, "Fuck, man, I ain't going back to jail." You feel me? So I don't care if I can't get a job. I'm gonna work at McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? like I'm gonna work at the lowest tier job. Like, I'm just not going back. So overall, the system is not doing what it's supposed to do, even mostly.
Mm.
Like nothing's 100%, but it's not even doing what it's supposed to do mostly.
Right.
You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's
Right.
So
interesting.
it's like it's all types of messed up, man. Like my biggest thing with the prison system is I don't think anybody should get locked up and come out with a record that prevents them from getting work or anything else. It's like paying for what you paid for.
Right.
Right. Speaking of record, were you ever incarcerated? You know what I mean? Have you ever went through that?
4 days, Monday to Thursday, and yeah, actually, as a result of that whole
God,
situation, I do have a right. Yeah. I
what
do
day?
have 4 days, and they ain't let me walk out that bitch without a record. Trust.
So even though you only did 4 days in there, you still have
Not,
like a
yeah,
felony.
bro. Like even though I never had a criminal record, they ain't give me no PTI. They ain't offer anything that could have me like have a spot free record. Like as far as I could
Wait,
tell from the whole proceedings, they weren't interested in having me leave without a record, which I found weird.
yeah, that's crazy. You didn't even get offered PTI?
Nothing. And I ain't never had a record before. But like they wasn't interested in like anything that could have helped me not get a record, they weren't interested in. Like all the pleas that they gave me, it ended with me getting a record.
No matter what.
No matter what. Like you feel me? Like that's the shit's had a bunch of shit programs, gotta do this, that. But you still gonna get a record.
Wow.
Like
Crazy.
Wow.
the thing is, I guess it's not as bad as it could be. Like they hit me with like 7 charges. 5 of them, at least 6. Like I feel like I can push 6, but 5 of them I could say for sure I ain't even do.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Like, and to say I ain't even do, they can explain where I did, but I'm just like, dog, come on now, you hard reaching. But like through that, I realized something, man. If you steal this right here, right, they gonna hit you for stealing it. Then they gonna hit you for walking out the building with it. And then they found out that you planned to steal it. Now you conspired to steal it. So now you had 3 charges, and all you did
Yo,
was steal this
hey Stevie, that
Yeah.
that that was good. That was
Yep.
good. I'm not
Yep.
gonna hold you because
Yep.
a lot of people, yo,
Yep.
that was. I'm happy
bro.
you really said that, bro.
Yep.
Cause
Bro, that's what
Yep.
they hit me with.
Yep.
Literally, they
Yep.
took my first charge. That
right,
it's like, like my lawyer knew for a fact. Like my lawyer was like, yo, they got you on this. You feel
okay,
me?
yeah,
So like what my lawyer's plan was to get it lower than that.
right.
You feel me?
Right.
But like then my lawyer already explained to me all these other things, like they don't really have you on. They just added it. Like I ain't know that. When I first seen the
Yeah,
charges,
like
I'm
what's
like,
going on?
nigga, I didn't do that. I ain't do that. I ain't do that. You know what's crazy, bro? I turned myself in
Oh,
and I got a letter, bro, like a year later from the police department from where over here that I possibly have to pay for some officer that got injured during the investigation of me. And it's like, but I turned myself in.
wait, what?
How she get injured?
Hold on. All right,
Like she wasn't chasing me.
let's
She
let's kind
didn't
of let's kind
trip.
of re, let's kind of rewind real quick. Like what? First of all, what if you don't mind us asking, what were you even charged with?
Assault.
Okay, assault on just assault like on a random person, or they mean like an officer, or like
Oh, that shit was just assault, like simple assault.
oh, okay, all right,
Yeah, but that simple assault, the other charges was wilding. It
yeah,
was like wilding. It's like, bro, how you go from simple and all them shits?
Right.
right,
But
right.
thank
Yeah.
God none of them shit stuck because I ain't
Right.
do it.
Right. Right.
Yo, I think that's almost like you know what I mean? Like it's
It's
more
overcharging.
of like a paper thing,
Yeah. It's over.
overcharging. Yeah, kind of a
Yeah.
scare tactic. It's like
It is a scare tactic,
It's
brother.
standard.
It's a no, yo, it's a scare tactic because when you look at all them charges, you like, ain't no way that's why when I got my lawyer, the first thing he said, he looked at the charges and he's like, he looked at 3 and he's like, these 3 don't even make sense to the report.
Right. Right.
And he's like, and I can already tell you the other 3 is probably just a stretch.
Right.
So in the end, he ended up getting everything down. And then he was trying to get that last one down to a misdemeanor instead of a felony.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like he was gonna get it like instead of simple assault, he was gonna go something lower than that would have made it a misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't know, man. Basically, the vibe I got was, and I don't like to make things about race because that shit be too popular, and I don't like popular shit. You feel me? But like,
that is.
I feel like he was just like, what? Black kid without a record? Nah, he need one. That's what I like. But like, I don't want to say that's why he did what he did. At the end of the day, he's a prosecutor. In his head, he's like, yo, I'm doing my job. You know what I mean? Like, how he really feel about people of color, I don't know.
Yeah, it unfortunately that's a part of the system that, you know, if you've stepped through those doors of incarceration or just the justice system, unfortunately, you've probably met that and had those type of sentiments or got that type of feeling like you looking like, wait a minute, if it's not this and it's not this and it's not this, then the only thing left is like how I look. But I'm not even trying to say, because I don't want to be that person that comes out.
You feel me?
Yeah, man. I totally get it. Hey, man. So let me ask you a question, man. Like, so the 4 days, take us through when you pretty much, I mean, the story is amazing already. You turned yourself in. So when you turned yourself in, what did you even expect going in? And tell us kind of what happened.
When I turned myself in, I was expecting to be out the next day.
Oh, man.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds familiar.
So when I went in, first off, the night felt like it was forever, bro. Like, I got in there at like, I officially know I got in because I remember the last time in the cop's car on the way to the jail, it was around 12. After I got in the jail, I lost all concept of time, bro. All I know is they had us stripping down, then they put us in a room. I'm chilling in the room. I don't know how many hours, minutes.
Stripping down. What do you mean by that?
Like, when you get in, they strip you down to check if you're bringing anything in with you, which don't even make sense to me.
Bringing like what though? Tell the people.
That's
what they
what
think you
I'm
bringing
saying.
in.
You know what I'm like everything else I brought in, they took. So it's like I don't see what else they expected me to bring in.
Okay.
Like,
so it's like
it's
pretty much a procedure just to see if like somebody's sneaking in paraphernalia.
But it's like, if you bagging me, how am I doing that? like if you bag me on Route 80, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chances are you're bringing me into the jail because you found shit on me. You feel what I'm saying? When did I have time to put that in my ass? No homo. For me to get to the jail and the people at the jail is like, yo, spread your ass.
Yeah, it's definitely a procedure they do to everybody though.
No, I'm saying I get that, but I don't get the point because there is no point where I can sneak nothing.
That was humiliating.
Between the point anybody's gonna get bagged and getting in there, bro, they probably not gonna sneak nothing in.
You said what?
That was humiliating to you?
You feel what I'm saying? It was more of a humiliation thing because it's like logically. The logic there don't make sense. Like, if I got bagged next to the jail, I still gotta spread my ass when I go in there. That's mad strange.
Yeah.
Like, it shit don't make. And after that, they put you in the room. They take your shit, give you a jumpsuit. I sat in the room. I don't know how long I was in this room. It was just a bunch of people in the room. It was one toilet, like 8 people, just like all just sharing stories and shit. And then after that, took us up to intake. When I got there, That shit was a thin ass metal bed. Got a friggin' like cushion like that thin right there.
Really?
The
No, that's
top bunk
facts.
was open,
Fact.
so I took the cushion off that, threw it on the bottom one. So I'm like, bet I get a little extra padding. Boom, try to go to sleep. I felt like it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning when I tried to go to sleep. When I woke up though, it was still nighttime, yo. So I was like, oh. So I ended up, I don't know, bro. I ended up just looking out the window. I seen some cross, and I don't know, I ain't religious, but when I seen the cross, I was just like, yo, all right, everything good. Went back to sleep. Woke up the next morning. It was Tuesday. Tuesday rolls around. I'm excited because I'm like, word, I'm
Get ready to
supposed to
leave.
be out
Ready to
today.
leave. Yeah.
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 Like, let me just get in touch with my lawyer. So boom, bam. Early morning comes. I wasn't even gonna shower, but bro told me, yo, if you don't shower, you're gonna be rocking cold water for the rest of the day. This is the best water of the day. So I'm like, boom. I rushed the shower after he told me that because I don't do no cold water. And I tried to get on the phone with my dad to see what's good with my lawyer. He said he had it handled. I'm like, I bet because I got court to figure out what's good. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna need him to be there.
Right.
So boom, I ended up doing the court. My lawyer wasn't there. And then the prosecutor was just basically like, man, for his charge, da da da, da da da, he a flight risk. He's staying.
And you never like been in a situation that proves you're a flight risk ever.
No, never been proven to be
Crazy.
a flight risk.
You turn yourself in though.
Yeah.
That's just crazy to me. How could you ever tell somebody they're a flight risk?
And they
You
came to
turn
me.
yourself in and never had a charge.
Yo, so after that, I was like, what? And he was the prosecutor was like, hearing in 2 more days. That's the Thursday. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yo, I'm here till Thursday. Cause like I was under the impression. I saw the lawyer Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Turned myself in Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, he told me that, yeah, now Monday it'll be taken care of. You'll be out by Tuesday.
Okay. So yeah, that's just what you're expecting. That's it.
Yo, so boom, I'm like, whatever, yo. Came out of court. Intake was regular. Played some basketball, ate whack food. Food was ass.
Yeah. How was that first meal, by the way?
The first meal was breakfast. They gave us eggs, cornbread, a
But you had
sausage
cornbread for
patty. That
breakfast?
shit was funky. What?
Right.
They gave you cornbread for breakfast?
Yo,
That's New Jersey for
That
you,
shit is
man.
egg, cornbread,
fixed.
and the egg was like microwaved in water. Like they put water in the microwave and it's just water eggs. Friggin' the cornbread was dry. Like that needed some moisture. The friggin' sausage patty, that wasn't even sausage. Like I know what a sausage patty tastes like. If it was sausage, that shit dollar store sausage.
No, it definitely wasn't sausage. It
Different.
definitely wasn't sausage. I'll tell you that right now.
Um, but yeah, after that, after Tuesday, Wednesday rolled around. That's when everybody, she'll start getting more social. Whoever was there for a couple of days, so people started asking, what people in for, all that shit. People start conversating more and shit. That's when everyone was like, I told them I was supposed to be out on Tuesday. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be out tomorrow though. So now everybody started clowning. They was like, man, you gonna be here for Friday fried chicken, bro. You ain't going nowhere, bro. You gonna be here for Friday fried chicken. They even they like coming over like, don't worry though, that's the best food, dog. The fried chicken, you gonna enjoy it. You da da
Right.
da 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 da. All that shit. So like, I ain't gonna lie. In the back of my head, I'm like, man, if I'm here for the weekend, I'm gonna be tight, bro.
Did you enjoy the
Yo, but
chicken? Did you enjoy the
what
chicken though?
happened?
Did you enjoy that fried chicken?
I ain't make it to Friday fried chicken, thank God.
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
what's up. That's
That's
what's
right.
up.
Yeah, Thursday came around, got in the courtroom. My lawyer was present this time.
Okay.
So once I seen him, I was like, I gotta be good. So boom, boom, bam. He talked his thing. He did his magic. And he ended up agreeing to them slapping me with an ankle brace and having me do weekly check-ins.
Okay.
Because
So, because they think I'm a flight risk, even though.
Crazy.
So I ended up have to do all that. And you know what's crazy though? So after I got out, I did my weekly shit for a couple weeks because I got bagged in January. The shit didn't get settled till like August.
Regular shit.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I had to check in, but like after the first 3 months of checking in, they seen that I wasn't a flight risk. So they dropped me to checking in twice a week. Not twice a week, every 2 weeks.
So you
Instead
have
of
to
checking in
prove
every
yourself.
week.
Right.
Huh?
You have to prove yourself.
Yeah. So like they seen that. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
In and out of trial, the judge already read the file. Couple things with the shit. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of gotten an assault, heard of anyone who got an assault. Restitution is normally paid. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have no restitution to pay, no medical bills to pay, no nothing to pay that says I injured someone.
Okay.
Right.
So with that information, my lawyer was like, we should be able to get this assault charge away.
Right.
Yo, 2 things I learned about the ordeal. 1, my lawyer went out to dinner. Oh, no, he went out to lunch with the judge and the prosecutor. So these are 2 lessons I learned there.
Yeah.
1, never represent yourself because you can't go out to lunch with the judge and the prosecutor.
Right. Right.
2,
That's a clever way to say it.
Yeah.
2,
Right.
these niggas is just extended friends.
Exactly. They went to school together.
Huh?
They went to school together.
Exactly. Like these niggas is like, if you could just hit both of them up and be like, yo, let's go out to lunch so we could talk about our client. Like y'all might not be friends, but like to some degree, there's a mutuality. Like I can't just hit up a judge and be like, yo, let's go out to dinner.
Right.
I can't just hit up a prosecutor and say, let's go out to lunch. So it's like, there's something there. You feel me?
Something there.
So those was the 2 lessons I learned from that. Ultimately, my lawyer came back. He was like, yeah, we got it down to 1 thing, but like, you gotta have it on the record. But he was like, nothing's gonna come with it. Absolutely nothing.
But you have to have it.
Yeah. Like, I ain't do no time. I ain't pay no fines. I did probation for 2 years. Which even in my probation for 2 years, if we really being honest, I did probation for 1 year and like 6 months. It was supposed to be 2 years. But like it got to the point where even my probation officers was just like, we don't know why you here. Like, to keep it honest with you, you don't seem like the report says what it says, but like,
right,
you know what I mean? And like I always kept to the stack with them too. So it's like I let them know the actual situation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by the time a year, 6 months comes around, my probation officer called me and was like, yeah, you don't got to come in no more. Just, enjoy it. Stay out of trouble. Make sure I don't see you again. You feel me? Like I was still on probation.
Right. But you just, yeah.
Yeah. But I was just like, nah, I
You have to
gotta
report.
check in. I don't see nobody. I don't gotta do none of that.
Right. Right. So this situation, man, even though it was, I mean, in comparison, you know what? There is no comparison to another person, in my belief.
Right.
7 years could be a lot to a person, and it cannot be a lot. 4 days could be a lot to a person, and not a lot to another. What did those 4 days in general, overall, if you could like briefly just kind of summarize and say what those 4 days plus the whole ordeal, what did that do for you in terms of your life and your the path that you were on or are on now?
So I'm not gonna say like the 4 days affected me so crazy as to where it's like fueling my life, other than the fact that I ain't trying to go back for no days. You feel me?
That's
But
big.
like
That's it.
it taught me though, because like you said, how did the whole ordeal taught me? it really taught me how the legal system really works. It got nothing to do with if you did it or not. It from what I could see, it has to do with a couple things, and it's messed up to say. It's a factor. You feel what I'm saying? The better the lawyer, the more credibility the lawyer. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if proof is there, proof is there. But here's a fact. The U.S. Prosecution Office has a 97% conviction rate. No human is that accurate.
No human is that accurate.
But our prosecutor's office is, which means there's a lot of people who are going to jail for nada, just for an accurate score.
Right.
So one of the things that taught me is it's not a matter of really right or wrong. It's really a matter of, one, how you can write a story. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and that's why, like, for me, I would always say in every situation, try to have something for a lawyer. Because, like, a lawyer's finna tell a story way better than you probably gonna tell it. On top of that, a lawyer can sit with the judge and sit with the prosecutor and say, hey, man, let's have a private discussion about my client off court time. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, what I realized with that, if your lawyer can take them out, if he can show them a good time, you feel what I'm saying? Naturally, they gonna lean in his favor. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I learned that a lot of this shit, it's like chess. And when you sitting in the courtroom, you're not actually the player. You're the game.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
You feel me? A player is the judge, prosecutor, and the lawyer that you got. You feel what I'm saying? And now all three of them are playing a game with your life.
That's deep.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's what that situation taught me. It was just like, when you end up in court, you become the centerpiece for a game. And like, if you don't have a lawyer, it's two people playing the game, and them two people is playing for you to lose. Your lawyer plays for you to win. So that's why you need the lawyer.
Right.
You need somebody in the game playing for you to win. Otherwise, it's going to be two people in a game that's goal is for you to lose that game. Like, it's not for you to win it. You feel me? So it's like, the whole time I was there, like, even when they let me off, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't even expect it. I cried. You feel me? Because, like, I truly understood how that shit could have went based on, like, just the decision of one person who's just like, for example, I copped out on a plea. I didn't take it to trial. You feel me? So I copped out. This was the agreement. Probation, an anger management class, which I don't have anger issues. I don't be getting mad. But I had to do probation, an anger management class, and I had to do community service. The fourth thing on that paper, which I did not have to do, was the prosecutor. He wanted me to do 180 days.
Yeah.
Oh, and incarcerated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when you cop out a plea, it's what I found out. It's the terms of the plea. What terms get accepted and not accepted? That's the judge's decision.
Right.
The prosecutor just draws it up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the judge, he agreed with everything up to the 6 months jail time. He was like, I don't see it. Like, he's not paying no restitution. He's not paying no fines. He's not paying. Like, I ended up, people leave court, they got to pay. I ain't paying nothing for court, bro.
Yeah.
Which means what I did couldn't have been that bad because they letting the motherfucker pay for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I ended up not getting the 6 months jail time because the judge decided it's not necessary. This full disclosure. 2 weeks before that court date, though, I got caught L riding. Like I'm still going through the court proceedings, but
Yeah.
I got caught L riding. I got booked for it, but it wasn't that serious because I ended up going to court. I
Mm-hmm.
told the judge, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be on probation in like a month. I'm gonna
Right.
be honest with you. So the judge was just like, I it's weed. Weed about to be legal in like 2 years anyways, because this was 2018. He was like, we about to be legal in 2 years or so anyways. I don't care. So they ended up throwing it out.
Mm-hmm.
But then I get back, fast forward to the court shit.
Mm-hmm.
The prosecutor going, no, I got back 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
So fast forward, the judge is like, I ain't gonna give him 180 days jail time. Prosecutor's words. This is an exact quote. Well, judge, I think you should do it because he gonna end up in jail anyways. Didn't he just get caught for weed like 2 weeks ago? Like, so he probably gonna be back here by next month.
Damn.
Yo, this is a direct quote.
On record.
Like, yo, I've never been bagged a day in my life, and he's basically predicting my life
Right.
and telling me that I'm gonna be back in court.
Damn. That just shows you, like,
You feel me? So that's like one of the many things that stuck with me. It's like it kind of gave me an insight on how like they're thinking. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you go in front of them, even if you get away, in their eyes, they like he gonna be back.
That's what they
They
depend on.
always come back. You feel me?
That's what
And
they
it's like,
depend on.
huh?
That's what they depend on. That's what they definitely
Exactly.
depend on. That's a fact. Anytime you're like, oh man, got off, or there is no such thing as getting off. They are gonna make sure that they continue to have a leash on you, some shape, way, or form. So yeah, man.
something.
Yo, exactly. But after all that, bro, thank God I ain't never been back there. I've never had to deal with nothing like that again. But like the whole situation, basically, what that taught me is that like the legal system again, and to at least have a good chance in it, you gotta know how to play it. Like that's why one thing I'm big on, bro, is a lawyer. Don't get no public defender. You feel what I'm saying? Like in the US, it'd be different. If it was Canada, I'd say get a public defender. You feel me? Because like the morals and the systems is different there. In the US, a public defender is just a lawyer for a poor motherfucker who can't afford one.
Mm-hmm.
In Canada, a public defender is a motherfucker who's trying to get known as a well-renowned lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So their motives are different.
Mm-hmm.
Like in America, a public defender is like, I'm just defending stuff. Like he probably did it. So I'm probably gonna cop him out on a plea. And the pleas, he definitely gonna be guilty, but I'm gonna tell him this the best deal you got. You know what I mean? I don't gotta do much work because he ain't really paying.
Right.
But in Canada, they gonna try their hardest because when they win that case,
They get what?
they go up, and people gonna be like not really looking at them as public defenders so much no more. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, nah, he a serious lawyer.
Right.
He got somebody off who ain't pay. So imagine if you pay.
Hey, yo, so take us back to that. I noticed that you said like, you kind of like teared up, cried a little bit, like what stirred that feeling?
Oh, cause I knew I was after that. I knew it was done. Like it's just the feeling of
Yeah,
it being done, bro. Cause like it was taxing. You feel what I'm saying? I got in a lot of arguments with my dad about it. Like that shit be taxing. Like just like going through the system, legal shit. That shit be taxing on family. You feel what I'm saying? It just be taxing in all situations, bro. Like I was at a funeral, bro, and my ankle monitor is about to die,
damn.
and everybody blocked me in at the funeral. You feel me?
Yeah,
So I had to stop the whole funeral.
damn. What?
So I could rush home. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like shit like that. It put a lot of stress on a lot of shit that didn't need stress on it.
That's
So
real.
when it was done, that me crying was really just a relief of being done with it.
That's real, man. That's real. I
Word.
Yeah.
felt that. I feel that.
But ever since, bro, I ain't been in it, and I just that ain't it.
That ain't it. It's definitely not it, man. It's not a place where it's just crazy how, like a lot of people is innocent and they're being treated away as if they're guilty without any proven facts. So just imagine that
Yo,
going through your mind, that stress it puts on you, because it's like a fight that's like you can't really win. Like you said, you need somebody representing you. So
yo,
imagine
that's what
imagine you don't got nobody. It's like
you're
you fight
done.
a lose battle.
And the crazy and the
Especially,
something.
bro. Especially when you got the judge and the prosecutor. Like I said, bro, it's like two players going at you. You feel what I'm saying? And like their specific jobs, like a judge's job is really there to mediate. But a little bit in the judge's mind, you feel what I'm saying? Like the judge is a lot closer to the prosecutor than he is to your lawyer. So the judge is like low key always going to nudge to the side of the prosecutor. You feel me? So that means that's two people, bro. Like even though the judge only supposed to be a mediator, he automatically against you because
Yeah,
he's siding
yeah.
with the
It's never
prosecutor a
unbiased.
little more.
It's never unbiased. It's never unbiased. The only way
It's never.
the system would be unbiased is if uh, judges from New York, when they when they become a judge, they go to a totally different state where they don't know anybody or they don't
Right,
know like, and that's not how it works. It's like former prosecutors become judges, former
right, right.
public defenders become judges,
And they work in the same place all
and
the
they
time,
and they
like
work in the same
practically
place all the
co-workers.
time, all the day. How you doing, sir? They first name, they got numbers on speed dial. They got you know, um,
Kids
but
probably hang out.
kids hang out, go to the same school. I mean, all of that, man. Um, you got a good story, man. You got a good story, man. I'm glad that what I'm saying you're doing. What do you have going on, like since that happened, like with yourself? I mean, sounds like you haven't had to go back through those doors, which is awesome, man. Like share what you're doing and how you've remained free mentally, physically.
What I'm so I worked. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of work, a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie. At that time, at that point, work kept me out of trouble a lot too. In the sense of while I had that ankle monitor on, anything was too much. You feel what I'm saying? It's like even when I got caught with a little bit of weed, like that shit even had me. Like I was like damn, that shit could get me back in. You feel what I'm saying? So luckily, they was just like they saw it as it's gonna be not a problem anyways, so it's not making an issue. But because I was just working at the time, I wasn't like I didn't really do much. I wasn't out a lot. Like I ain't start going out, and I always tell people this. People be looking like I ain't go out at 21, like when I turned 21, because like I was with my baby mom at the time, before she was even my baby mom,
Mm-hmm.
and then like after 21, I turned 22. I definitely wasn't going out because I was with my son like every day. You feel me? So it was basically after that whole situation, like it wasn't until that ankle monitor came off that I started going out for the first time. Other than that, I was just working. I'm like, I ain't trying to be out and somebody get in a fight and somehow I'm involved. Now I'm going back. You
Yeah.
feel me?
See, that's the
So it's like,
stress. That's the stress.
yo, that it was a stress, man. Like that shit was a stress. Like I feel like I was walking on a thin line and everywhere around me was glass.
Wow,
Hey
wow.
yo, what does I want to ask you this question. Like I really want you to think about it too. Like just in all aspects. Like what does freedom like just what does it mean to you to be free?
The ability to do what you want uncontrolled without, and this is the key part people missing, freedom. Because like people be thinking freedom, like, you know what I mean? So you have to have the ability to do what you want when you want without affecting someone else's ability to do so. That is freedom. Like freedom is independent. The moment you're affecting someone to gain your own independence, it's not freedom. You're a slave driver. You're controlling.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
That has
Right.
nothing to do with free.
Wow,
Right.
man.
That
You
yeah.
feel me? Like in order to be free, you literally have to be able to be a single sovereign entity. Like your choices should not be affecting anyone's life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so you can't go having a kid, you feel what I'm saying? And then like just leave out on your kid and be like, oh, I'm leaving out because I'm free. Nah, you're leaving out because you were dead. You feel me? Being free would be taking care of your kids and still having the ability of having that freedom.
Right.
That's being free. Like one of them is avoiding a responsibility. The other one is taking care of your shit and still maintaining your sovereignty. And for me, that's what freedom is. Like if you cannot do that piece, like if every time you need freedom, somebody, some shape, some way is getting affected negatively, then you're not free. You're just causing chaos.
Causing chaos. Right. That's definitely.
And that's what freedom means to me.
That's facts, man.
Like what it means to truly be free. Because I feel like a lot of people get freedom up until the point of somebody else getting affected, and it's like, well, you know, I'm free, so I could do that. And it's like, no. Like that's not freedom. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like you really, like it's not easy to be free.
Yeah.
Like, because you even see like celebrities, you know, like what I mean, like stuff like that, people with a lot of money, all that money, they not free.
Right.
Because they tied up in all these other things, all these other not taking care, like not taking care of shit in certain ways, so it ties them up. You can see, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I'm a firm believer, you can handle anything. Like anything put on your plate, you can handle it. But everything has to be done a certain way for it to be handled correctly.
Yeah. Without no strings attached. Right. Yeah.
Exactly. Otherwise, it's chaos.
Facts.
You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
so
that.
It's like that's the thing. People be missing the part where you have to handle your shit correctly.
Right.
And they just handle it how they feel fit.
Cut ties, man. Cut ties.
Exactly.
That's it, man. Hey, man, that freedom. I never heard freedom put that way. I heard it up to that critical point you made, man. So that's pretty dope, man. I'm gonna write that down. I'm probably gonna post it somewhere, man. That was pretty dope, man.
You see what I'm saying, though? You see what you said? You heard it up to that point.
Right.
And that's where I've been hearing freedom too. But it's like when you dig deeper, you realize in order to be free, it's like you can't have no chains on you, and negativity is still chains.
Yeah.
So in order to be free, you have to really be able to shed everything. But like freedom too comes with a lot. Like the ability to love is free. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, or just the ability to be a good person is free. But most people are good conditionally.
So what do you?
That's how I be feeling.
So
though.
all right, what do you think is a good way to tell a young you to maybe experience freedom in a different way? Like, what would you tell yourself? As far as like the aspect on freedom that you know now.
Something that I wish I was more when I was younger that I am. Yo, be more open. Yo, freedom starts with there, yo, being more open. You feel what I'm saying? Because like you would be surprised how many people will accept you.
Okay. So open in like in a way where it's just being expressive, or open in like
I'm open in a way where it's just let people know who you are.
Okay.
Like, you feel
Right.
what I'm saying? If people, like, a lot of times people try to avoid to people who they are, and I think shit gets messed up right there. You feel me? Like, a lot of people would be surprised if you let someone know who you are, what you about. It's a lot of people that'll
Mm.
accept you for that.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of people that's not gonna have no issues with you for that. Like, it's a lot of people who still rock with you for that.
Yo, so knowing that, how do you think this you know, this prisonish campaign, this community that we're pushing affects? What do you think the effect would be, the way that we're going about it, being expressive and being open, having people tell their stories?
I feel like it could create a nice community of people because, like, a lot of people might not be expressing this kind of stuff enough to
Mm,
realize that there are a lot of similarities. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person who, in the end, when I don't have a criminal record, the freaking prosecutor is like, yeah, but he gonna end up in jail anyways. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? And it's
Right.
like sharing those stories so people can understand, like, not to be that guy, but like, I would like to meet a couple of white guys that they said that to. You know what I mean? So I know I'm not tripping that he
Right.
just wasn't like, yo, dark skins go
Yo,
to
right.
prison. You're gonna go
Yeah.
back. So
Yeah.
it's like, if I can meet a couple white guys that happened to, I'm gonna be like, all right, maybe he just attacking this from the angle of his job. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah, that
We
would
gonna find.
feel.
We gonna find them. We gonna search
Yeah,
high and low for
I'll find them.
them. Word up.
Definitely.
Hey,
But
look.
that, yeah, man, it's like sharing that story, man. Sharing the stories, it's gonna be good for a lot of people because people gonna see where at the end of the day, we all relate in one way, shape, or form. You feel me?
Yes. Yeah, man. That this whole interview, man, has blessed me, man. You know, I'm amazed at by the time I get to the end of an interview, what I've gotten from it compared to wait. You know, you have sometimes you just don't expect to feel or learn certain things. And this was a very, very, very unique interview, man. And such honestly, um, when a person says to me, I spent 4 days, right? I might say, and I'm sure others might say, well, what can they really say about prison or jail to me that's going
4
to
days.
affect me? And what I can attest to this is that the number of days you spend has nothing to do with the seeds that you can plant in people, man. So I
Right.
appreciate you, man, for
Yeah.
allowing what's in you to be shared so that the world can nurture the seeds and water them and manifest good harvest, you know, based upon what you just put out into the world, man. So I personally thank you, man, for it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having me, Tay. Yo, I appreciate you for
Yeah.
setting it up.
You know what it is, man. We got to
Yo,
strengthen the
for real, man.
community, man. And it starts here, you know, sharing our stories and just having
Yo,
people feeling like, you know, you're not just the only one that's going through this, man. You know, that's what the whole thing is about, bringing awareness. So we definitely appreciate you sharing your story. It was definitely going to be an exciting one. I know people are going to play this back a lot.
yo,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yo, I
Yeah.
4
can't
days.
wait.
You had a lot of knowledge to share about 4 days. So that could be an eye
Yeah.
opener. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo,
Or,
4 days of knowledge.
There
yeah,
you
four
go.
days of knowledge, man.
There you go. 4 days of knowledge turns into a lifetime of man, bro.
Yeah,
Beautiful, man.
success, man. Let's
Man,
go.
I can't get over it, man. I can't get over it, man. But I'm gonna replay that back this before, you know what I'm saying, the
Yeah,
world see it, man, because you said some
right, right.
gems in there, man. So appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yo, no doubt, man.
Put
All
your
right.
social media out there if you want.
Oh, you already know. Erko Bandz. I make music.
Okay.
Actually, right now. Yo, damn, my screen. Hold up. I can flip this real quick. I can show the people. Bet.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
yeah.
So
ahead. Promote yourself.
so right now I got Amazon. You feel me? I'm looking for some products. I'm trying to get that right.
Okay.
I make music right here. These are all my musical softwares in the bottom low corner right here. You
So we
feel
can
what I'm
hit you for some
saying?
producing, engineering.
You feel
products.
me, bro? You can hit me for the
Okay.
engineering. You can hit me for the collabs, man. If somebody just want to go on Amazon, people be on Amazon all day, man. You could just go on my store, man. I'm gonna have it all, dog.
Bet.
Yeah.
We'll
We're
definitely
gonna
put that out there for
promote
you.
that. We're gonna promote that, man.
Appreciate, man. And you can find me all social media. Same thing, ERKDA, the number 7, TH, and the number 1. And you can find me on all streaming platforms for music. Erko Bandz, ERKO Bandz with a Z.
Let's go.
Yeah.